Why more money doesn't always mean more freedom. If more money always meant more freedom, then why do the richest people you know still complain about being tired, stressed, and stuck? Money can buy comfort, but it can't automatically buy time back. And it definitely doesn't erase the traps that come with a bigger income. That's the part nobody warns you about. Because the truth is, some of the most broke people you know actually control their own time more than millionaires do. And being rich on paper doesn't mean anything if your calendar still belongs to somebody else. There's a real difference between having money and having freedom. And most people chase one thinking it automatically hands them the other. It doesn't. In fact, more money can quietly build a bigger cage if you're not paying attention. So how exactly does more money end up trapping people instead of freeing them? There's one sneaky money trap almost every high earner falls into, and Onach is about to learn it the hard way. Rewind 10 years. Onach was broke, sleeping on his couch, eating rice out of a takeout container he reused so many times it had its own personality. Back then, freedom looked simple. Freedom meant one day having enough money that nobody could tell him what to do. Fast forward to today, Onach hit the number. Millions in the bank, the apartment became a mansion. The takeout container became a private chef. He thought he had finally escaped. He thought this was the finish line. But here's the twist nobody warns broke Onach about. The moment he crossed into wealthy territory, a brand new trap was already waiting for him, dressed up to look like success. We call this the salary trap, the exact moment your income grows faster than your freedom does. And you don't even notice because you're too busy celebrating the raise. Onach thought hitting his number would set him free. Instead, it opened the door to something way more dangerous, and it started with a boat. Onach bought a yacht, obviously, because that's what rich people do in every movie ever made. He stood on deck, sang glaçons, fier for a human achievement. 3 weeks later, that same yacht had eaten more his time than his old 9-5 d'engine sous. Deck repairs, a crew he now had to manage. A weekend he had to curse the boatenants. Double archi riche. People language, for your toy is bleeding your bank account and your calendar. This is Brokeology in action, the study of how buying more stuff quietly makes you poorer in the river fund. Double archi team. You trade cash. Then you trade that cash for things that demand even more of your hours. Onach didn't buy freedom. He bought a second job with better views. The yacht was just the beginning. Onach was about to hire the one thing that turns money problems into people problems. To fix the chaos, Onach did what every stressed millionaire does. He hired a team, a big one. Managers, assistants, a guy whose entire job was managing the guy who managed the yacht. He thought more hands meant less stress. Instead, he got scheduling conflicts, office politics, and a group chat that somehow had more drama than his old family gatherings. Every problem money used to solve quietly grew a new problem right behind it. This is the Wealth Goblin, the sneaky little creature that shows up disguised as growth. You chase wealth expecting peace. But every asset, every hire, every new possession comes with its own appetite for your attention. The Wealth Goblin doesn't steal your money. It steals your time, one meeting at a time, until you're managing an empire instead of living your life. Onach's empire was growing fast, maybe too fast, and one tiny crack was about to turn his entire fortune into total chaos. Onach wanted to grow faster, so he stopped keeping things simple, exotic investments, layered portfolios. Contracts so complicated, even his lawyer needed a nap halfway through reading them. For a while it worked. Numbers went up. Onach felt untouchable. Then again shifted Juslopper's headline. But because his entire financial world was one giant tangled knot, that one small shift triggered a domino effect nobody could stop. Deals unraveled overnight. Fully understand. This is Money Mayhem, the exact moment your wealth grows more complicated than your ability to control it. It's not a sign you've made it. It's a warning sign you've built a house of cards and called it a mansion. True financial power was never about complexity. It was always about clarity. Onach's empire was falling apart in real time. But sitting in the middle of that chaos, something inside him was about to change forever. Onach sat in his office, surrounded by ringing phones and collapsing deals. And, for the first time in years, everything went quiet in his head, not because the chaos stopped. Because he finally stopped chasing. He stepped outside. No phone, no assistant. Just a walk, morning sun on his face, and an actual conversation with an old friend who didn't want anything from him. In that ordinary, completely free moment, Onach felt something his millions never gave him: peace. This is the Onach moment, the instant you realize your worth was never tied to your net worth. It's the moment you stop managing your wealth and start actually living your life. Every high earner eventually meets this moment. The question is whether it arrives while you still have something left to save. Onach finally saw the truth. Now, he had to decide what to do with an empire that no longer controlled him. So Onach did something almost nobody does. Simplifié, he sold the yacht, cut the tangled investments, trimmed the team down to people he actually trusted. Every decision from that point on had one filter: does this buy me freedom, or does it quietly buy me another job? It wasn't an overnight fix. He lost some of the empire in the process. But in that smaller, simpler life, Onach found something his old mansion of stress never gave him: room to breathe. Real wealth, it turns out, was never about how much he accumulated. It was about how intentionally he lived. Onach rebuilt his entire life around one simple rule, and here's exactly what that rule was, and what it means for you. So, here's the fix. You don't need less money. You need fewer things demanding your time. Before you buy it, hire it, or invest in it, ask one question: does this buy me freedom, or does it quietly buy me another job? That one filter is the difference between building wealth and building a cage. Money was never the enemy, complexity was. Brokeology, the Wealth Goblin, Money Mayhem, the salary trap. They all live in the same place, the gap between what you own and what you actually control. Close that gap, and you don't just get rich. You get free! If this story hit different, like it and subscribe to Onach Explains. Because Onach's next lesson might just save you from a mistake you haven't made yet.